What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mr. Watch, and today we got a brand new video. We're going to be here talking about the dev notes for the upcoming stuff on JP. If you are on Global, this is still pretty interesting because they do reference like COVID-19 and some of the QOL stuff that we're getting in the future. But for the most part, this is a JP exclusive video. Now, you can hear some crunching in the background. That is the homie Nagato.
My bad, I was typing right now. Yeah, I thought my mic wasn't gonna pick it up. I'm doing okay. These news are pretty good. It's a lot of stuff. I was expecting to not get any dev notes for a while because of COVID. You know, they're clearly having issues, right? I've been thinking, you know, we haven't had much content in both Global and GP, like actual content, right? We got banners and stuff, but it's clearly because, you know, the designers and stuff, they're probably having issues making stuff.
Yeah.
So I can't even blame them.
And I personally have a lot of fun reading the dev notes because they tend to pack a lot of stuff in there. And the one thing I mentioned, and
last dev notes, I think it was last one. They mentioned that they wanna keep making the game, you know, the story, even if they catch on to the anime, they will continue doing it.
Right, they want to do exactly. They said that even if they catch up, they'll continue to drop their own version of the story, which is great because it means that one, they're not afraid. Well, we already know that we have original characters, but it pretty much means that they're not afraid to have this game go on forever. They're not afraid to drop story content that we already have from the anime because they already have the mindset of continuing forward.
No, it's good because we don't know anything about the new original characters, right? But when Global comes out, we're probably gonna get some lore.
Right, I'm curious, like right? Because
when Global comes out, Global is out. I'm saying like when these things come to Global, you know, we're gonna get all the lore and stuff.
I don't know anything about Lilia. I don't know anything about Valenti, Mono, Easton. Not a single thing.
No idea.
But let's hop into it. Like I said, if you guys are on Global, feel free to stick around and watch. These stuff are pretty interesting. And they will come to Global sooner than later, right? Because
quality of life updates should come to Global very soon. Yeah. I'm 100% because they even released one quality of life before on Global, which was the gold dungeon thing. So I'm expecting this to come on Global very soon.
Yeah. Now, we're gonna start off with. So we already mentioned the COVID stuff. So let's jump into the QOL. A lot more contents have been added to the game since the initial release, which requires more playtime. We've noted that players might feel tired playing through the different contents. To address this, we plan to add a sweep ticket, or skip ticket if you're familiar with that. It's not implicitly mentioned that it'll be a skip ticket, but it's kind of, you know...
Yeah, so Green Cross Database doesn't want to, you know, make assumptions, right? Because it's not like... because sometimes translations can be, like, wonky, right? But it's clearly a skip ticket.
Yeah, it's pretty much a skip ticket. And if you guys aren't familiar with skip tickets, one, they specifically mention free stages, SP dungeon, boss battles. Or I don't know if they mentioned that or if the translation for our own purposes it's included there. But from what it seems like is that one, from the start of the game till now, we've gotten so much more content, right? So much more story.
Yeah.
You know, we've gotten training cave, reverse stages, more raids, things like that. Which means that we're playing the game more to get the stuff that we need to do done. And that also means that doing things like boss battles, SP dungeons, and free stages take a lot more time than you want them to. So skip tickets come in.
One thing is skip tickets, of course, they don't want to... It's not going to be infinite, right? That's clearly one thing. If it's a ticket, it means it's infinite. And I like that. You don't want to just skip everything, you know? Want to do 100 free stages, just done it. And so you're probably going to have to like either grind the tickets or you get something. They might make it as a daily mission. You might get like 5 skip tickets a day. That would be...
Oh, that'd be really good. What I was thinking is, one, they're probably going to include it maybe in like gear gacha. That they're probably not there. But for example, like it could be a perfectly good guild boss reward. You know, just swap one of the things out for skip tickets. So once
they could sell on vendors. They could do a lot of things with how we get it, and they could also sell with money.
Yep, that was the one thing I was going to mention. It's not... If they're going to do it, this skip ticket, I am 100% positive that it will be a pack, and I'm going to buy that pack.
It's not even a dollar. Like Netmarble, they always do new stuff, right? That you can get for free, but if you want to buy, you can. It's just how they do stuff, right? Yep. It's how they are able to like make quality of life stuff and still monetize it. But I'm 100% sure they're not going to mess this up, so I'm good. But the one thing I like is that they clearly know that people farm these stuffs overnight. They know that, so they're like, bro, if you want to skip some of this.
It's like, I don't even mind farming, because it's going to take the same stamina, right? None of that is going to change. Skip tickets don't...
Yeah, if you think Dragon Ball Legends, you use a skip ticket and you also use a stamina.
So it's not like they're going to magically replace stamina, but it's still going to do the same thing. It's just that now you don't have to have your phone overheating at night for 8 hours while you farm boss stages or or books.
And the thing is that, like, free stage and the speed, like, you don't need effort. Like, lots of these you know, you don't want to have skip tickets like Super Boss or stuff like that, right? You want to actually do these activities because they actually are a challenge. You actually, you know, need to think and play. These stages, you just auto. It's the same thing if there's a skip ticket.
Yeah, it's just time consuming, right? All it is it's time consuming, and they want to help reduce that. Now,
there's other things in this patch note that is like Dragon Ball Legends, which I'll mention when we get there.
Okay. And then we got expeditions coming up. So the next paragraph is, in addition to the skip sweep tickets, we are also considering a new sub-content that will allow players to get item and gold by utilizing unused heroes for a certain amount of time.
That's the thing I was gonna say. It's just like Dragon Ball Legends.
So in Legends, you can send out 2 units at a time, right?
I don't know. I haven't played in a while, but
okay.
There's adventure. You get items back by doing the adventures.
Yeah. So the other thing, like for example, tactics, right? I think the way that tactics does it is a way more common style, and I've personally seen it done like that. And but what I mean is, like, in tactics, for example, they'll have expeditions that last X amount of hours, and they'll have different ones. You know, one that's 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever it is. And you send units out there, and depending on the quality of the units, you know, maybe higher rarity, higher level, higher awakening, CC if they want to include it or not, you will get better rewards that way. In addition to,
I hope it's like that.
In addition to the length of the expedition, it's completely AFK, right? It has nothing to do with you playing it. You just send those units out. But in certain games, it locks those units out from other game modes. So I don't know how they plan on doing that, if they plan to incorporate it at all. And what I mean by that is, I don't think it'll affect any multiplayer stuff. But let's say you send out your best team because it gives you the best rewards, and you want to go farm books. Now those units are unable to be used in books. I'm not saying that's how it will be, but that's just something that I've seen before, so I thought I'd bring it up.
On Legends, you don't like, you know, you can still use the units. But I hope they don't actually take how Legends did it. So Legends, they just there regularly, like tactics, right? But nowadays, like from like a few months from now, if you want to play the game, you need to do the farming activity thing.
Yeah. You just get too much out of it
because the rewards for the adventures are better than any rewards in the rest of the game, right? So it's like, it became an issue where I stopped playing because of it, so I hope they don't take it too far. It's just like how they say it, right? Just a few items and gold, nothing crazy.
Ideally, I'd want like chances for anvils, hammers, SSR pendants, SR pendants. If there is
a 0.1% chance of me getting a hammer, I'll take that.
Right. As long as it's things like that, so things that we can get in the game, but we want more of. I don't want like exclusive stuff. Like for example, this is a perfect opportunity to include skip tickets there.
Yeah, 100%. And if it's like you said, right, the quality of the unit matters, leveling up more units will, you know, be better for your box for doing that. It's another incentive of leveling up all the units in your box.
And they have a couple of incentives already just between Training Cave, right? Now, last paragraph is, to add on, we also plan to implement advanced feature to automatically salvage unneeded gears, and players will get the upgrade and awakening stones immediately when doing gear gacha. Thank you!
Move to the other page.
I love this thing.
Yeah. I was doing gear. Like last week, we had the event, right? The Lily event, and we got so much gold. We got like an absurd amount of gold from that event. And I want to say like 300 million gold off of gear gacha, and that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. It just wasn't. It
just takes too long because you're constantly within every like 10 multis. You're going back. You're going to the disenchanting your gear.
Yeah.
And you gotta. It's too annoying. So this way you can.
There's an option where it instantly sells any gear that is that specific, like a specific rarity, right? If it's anything that isn't SSR, it just gets instantly dismantled.
Right. Instantly sold. Even, or you can pick the type.
Yeah, even if it's a type that you don't want. Like, I don't want lifesteal gear. You can have that.
Exactly. If you do that, then you'd be able to go like 30, 40 multis in a row before having to worry about disenchanting anything. And if you set it correctly, you would never have to worry about disenchanting. You could just do infinite gear summons. Like small things like that always make me happy. That Netmarble was popping
it's a quality of life that it had long way coming to be honest. I mean, not even long way, because gear gacha never became an issue, right? It was only because they made it better. It used to be gems, and then they made it gold, which was like such a big up there, right?
Yeah.
Like it used to cost 20 gems, now it costs 200,000 gold for the same thing.
And then they buffed the stuff in the gear gacha.
Yeah, so they like, you know, it's people usually complain about, you know, how pay to win some gacha games are, but this game, like, they literally put the most, you know, valuable item, which is the hammer, in the anvil, which is the items that you really, you know, want. They are literally worth gems, like in that gacha, where you can just use gold to reroll. So it's just, you know, little stuff like that.
Okay, new knighthood content. So first thing off, we have knighthood battle, or as GCDB will call it, Guild Wars, because knighthood battle is cringe.
It is.
So to start off, it's going to be in a beta system, meaning that it's not going to be available for all guilds. It'll be available for some guilds. I'm assuming they're going to do like top 5%, top 0%, top 100, something like that.
Yeah.
Those people will be allowed to participate in, and I'm sure they'll get something for it, but it won't be anything too spectacular. It's going to be a way for them to test how this function works. And it says they'll adopt a RVR system, realm versus realm system. I actually don't know what exactly that means, but I'm assuming
No idea.
I'm assuming it's like Epic 7. Epic 7 Guild Wars seems the most like ideal way to go about it. And if you guys have never played Epic 7, or if you've never just done Guild Wars like that, I'll explain a little bit of what it's about. Pretty much, recently on the JP Challenger ladder, if you guys are in Challenger, top 100, and if you want to push for top 100, they have a new setup where you can set your own defense team. And you have like your offense team and your defense team. So other people will verse your defense team. And I'm talking about Grand Cross right now, right? So you have a defense team set up, which pretty much tells me that they're planning on doing the same thing here for Guild Wars. And by that, we have 30 people on each guild. Let's say it's my guild versus Nagato's guild. My 30 people will have a defense team set up, and Nagato's 30 people will have their defense team set up. And
we're gonna be seeing so many Grimoires.
and pretty much what will end up happening is that you'll have, at least in Epic 7, you'll have 3 attacks. You would attack 3 times, and it'll be against the AI. It's not gonna be real time, but for each attack, you'll deal damage to their guild. And the team who does the most damage at the end of it, or completely wipes out their guild, wins. And something like I pretty much summed it up very quickly, but that's kind of what Epic 7 does, and that's what I'm expecting them to do here, because it's I
was expecting a competitive PvE activity, like they did with the 4-man raid, where you competed with each other to who did the most damage in a boss. That's what I was expecting, but I think it's cool either way. Like, you know, maybe there is a boss, right? Every week they change the what the boss actually like does and stuff. Like maybe the cards change. Not like the movement used to be the same, like, right? The animations, but like maybe one week it inflicts like corrosion, the other it paralyzes your units, like stuns, stuff like that. Change the typing, right? And then it would be like you and the other guild would go in and try to make the most damage possible on this boss for this week. And whoever, you know, gets the most damage wins or something.
See, that sounds fine, and I want that. But I want to flex on people, okay? I want to go in. And I want to be like, oh, you're in a weaker guild than me? Well, guess what? Here's my $4,000 Escanor coming down on you. That's what I want to do, okay?
Okay.
But the nice thing is, at least in Epic 7, if it does go the way that I mentioned it, you only get paired around people with similar guild like status as you, right? So
they should do the same. I see. Like, imagine I go up against a guild like top 10%. There's
because at least
destroyed.
At least in Epic 7, you get your guild is ranked, right? So the same way like gold, bronze, platinum, whatever, and you verse people in your rankings. So you will get rewards. Like, you know, bronze people will verse other
ranking guilds.
What happened?
They could use the same ranking as using PvP. Challenger,
Yeah.
champion.
So, like bronze, for example, like in Epic 7, my guild was, we'll just say gold. We would only verse other gold guilds, and it'd still be hard for us to win. You'd get rewards based on that, and you'd still have a good time because the rewards were still meaningful. But if you were in like challenger level or whatever, and you were taking on these other whales of guilds, you'd get better rewards for it. So things like that.
They could do a lot. I mean, this is a beta, so we're not gonna, see this for a long time because these dev notes, lots of times it takes weeks for them to put out, and with COVID and everything, probably gonna take a while.
Right. I expect this stuff is going to be anniversary stuff, personally.
Could be, yeah, definitely.
Now, moving on. I'm gonna skim through this a little bit. We don't need to talk about it too much. Pretty much, they're saying that they're gonna try to come up with a new guild boss. In the meantime, they're thinking of rotating back in the first guild boss. It's just gonna be a different boss. Change up the, your team that you're running. It's still gonna be Derriere or Jericho.
I would like to go back to the old format for a little bit, just for change. Just to be a little different.
And old format was you would be able to. It didn't take your highest score. Each successful run counted, but it was like Training Cave. If you win, those set of units are locked out. That's it.
Yeah, I hope they do that like for a few weeks, just for
it's fun.
Yeah, have a change, and then they have the same rewards.
Yeah, don't get rid of the individual rewards and then move on like that.
Those individual rewards are so poggers.
Yeah, I want 100 anvils, 2 SSR pendants, UR chests, SR pendants. You want them. Okay, addition of PvP contents and ranking rewards. Players will be able... So this is a new type of PvP. Players will be able to directly select an opponent and take over the opponent's rank if the match is won. You'll need to have a grasp of opponent's team comp and come up with suitable strategies. This is, I don't, like, it seems fine. I'm just curious as to how they're going to implement it in terms of stamina. What's the reward going to be? What's the ladder going to look like? Because in terms of team, like, how do I explain it? There aren't that much team diversity in the sense where counters, like the only hard counters are things like Valenti to Lilia or Lilia to something else. So things like that.
Yeah, and with rules, a lot of times those counters don't even exist. You know?
Yeah, usually it's just like in here, it's just a matter of, is your team better than the other team? Counters aren't that important, so that's the only reason why I don't have like. It's not that I don't have high expectations. It's just that I don't think this is going to be anything that spectacular where it's like, oh, I'm going to have to strategize around. Like, if they're running Valenti, sure, you switch it up a little bit. But besides that, it's just like, if you have your one strong PvP team, you should be able to just take on everyone.
If you have the new Meliodas, you should be able to be okay.
Do you have Lost Fade Meliodas? Okay, he's on every single team. Simple enough. Then, Season 2 rewards. This is something I did want to mention. The reward hero is not meant to be strong. That being said, you are only able to obtain the hero through ranking top in PvP. Therefore, it's supposed to be an honorary collectible hero. Personal opinion is I still don't like it. I don't care if the unit isn't that good. I just don't like the concept of top 100 only playing it. Considering that how popular this game is, it should reflect the population. And top 100 is thing, right? Too exclusive.
I was thinking that, the top 100 would be a dumb number. It's so little people. That maybe they would make it like free for the top 100, and then they would put the unit in the generous SR pool. That's what I was expecting, right?
Okay.
The Hellbreaker, I don't know if you saw what he did. He was pretty bad.
Yeah, he freezes, he does...
He freezes on the ultimate. Yeah. He's pretty bad. But, so I didn't mind not having him. I just think that the number that they chose, top 100, was very stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's so little people. It's literally 100. Like, we played Blazing, right? And the number that they had was 10,000. Which I still think is little, 10,000 is still a little.
It's still little, but people were still able to get it, right? 10,000 was a decent amount of the player base. Like here, there's so many more people playing Grand Cross than there are Blazing. So yeah, it needs to accurately reflect a top. It can still be exclusive, and what I mentioned is get to Challenger. Getting to Challenger is a feat in itself. If you get to Challenger, I don't think you're rewarded enough with they're giving top 100 players, but getting to Challenger is a really tough thing to do, And in Challenger, I am pretty sure there's going to be around like 10,000 people there, if not more.
Yeah, I think the reward hero should have been for just being challenger. I think being challenger is enough of a reward, because I know a lot of people, like lots of our friend group, is not even challenger because they don't feel the need to.
Right, and I stopped going for challenger myself.
As soon as there would be an actual reward, people would go for it more. You can still get like an extra 1,000 coins, more than masters, but like, or champion, right? But like, those 1,000 coins are mostly just dead there because you get the 2,000 from champions and just buy the animals.
Right, and that's all I used to do, because it's like I didn't care about the extra 1,000. You just need the 2,000 to get the anvils and move on. Do it again next week.
I bought all the weapons from there. Like my 1,000 coins left are just dying there, just sitting every week.
At that point, just refresh the shop and buy more anvils.
Yeah, that's it. But like, it's just I was a little bummed out by that. I mean, I don't care because the units are not supposed to be good, and they're probably not going to be in your box just reminding you that you don't have them.
But it's still you still don't like it.
Yeah, I hate it. I not even that I don't like it. I hate it because it's just why top 100?
It's too exclusive. Like top 100 can get more stuff, right? Or do the blazing method and give them something unique for that unit. You want an exclusive outfit? That's still like somewhat like, okay, they still get a little bit of a boost on top of it. But I'm not opposed to like giving them like, okay, here's like a cool outfit.
True. Maybe the dupes. Maybe
the dupes change his icon up, do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my take on that. Let's go next.
Blazing did something better than Gwen Cross.
We're going back to Blazing. Yo, it's still people. I never uninstalled Blazing. It's still on my phone, updated all the time.
I did. I'm good.
Okay. I'm not gonna read that top part. It's just small stuff. Okay. Future update plans. We will briefly talk about some of the plans we have in the future. Grand Crosses, yada yada yada. However, blah blah blah. Motivation, stuff. Growth goal. To be more specific, we are going to add main content that will require various types of battles, and tying to the content, it will be new character growth contents. Pretty much, what I'm reading from this is new level cap.
Yeah. New raid, new level cap. Yep.
Yes. Then we will try our best to keep the players motivated and experience the character's phases of growth with the new content. We are hoping to raise the satisfactory level of our players with new content. Stuff. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Last thing is they want to add more progression, and I think that's fine. We got level 80 with Escanor, and that was a while ago.
That was like over 5 months ago. That was when I started playing the game. I think it would be nice to have the actual level cap, but at the same time, it's always the worry: are they gonna give more penance? Because SSR penance we already know the lack of, but have you seen SR penance?
Yo, SR pendants are harder to get than SSR pendants.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you gonna also give more SR pendants? Because we have events that will give us SSR pendants, but like, okay, for each event that would get like 10 SSR pendants, we would get like 40 SR pendants, which is it's okay, but we still need to level up so many SRs as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like they need to, if they are going to do this, the raid itself would be interesting to have a chance of dropping SSR pin.
Mm-hmm. Or you can do some Zenkai boost power here and add a second layer of awakenings.
Yeah, paid. Let's make it paid as well, like Legends.
No. If you've ever played Dragalia Lost, Dragalia's Lost awakening system is like in tiers. So you have to clear one tier of awakenings first, and then you move on to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. So pretty much what I mean is, we have 6 stars, and they can add 7 to 12 stars, and it'll just change those things to red and make it seem
so long,
cooler.
Just like Legends.
Yeah.
So long as the items are farmable, I'm 100% okay with it. Even if they are difficult to farm, so long as it's farmable, I'm 100% okay with it.
Because at least that stuff, it's another way to level up your units, get your, it's just another form of progression. But yeah, as long as it is doable within the means of the game, that's all I care about. Nothing related to dupes.
With SSR penance, right? The more SSR penance needed, also those SSR penance packs become more and more, expensive. You saw, I don't know if you saw, but they boosted the pack that would give you 3 pendants and the ticket. They boosted now for the same price. You get the ticket, the 3 pendants, and you get 30 gems.
Oh, yeah, that one. But you know how good that 12 SSR pendant packs always look to me?
I bought them. Oh!
I've already cleared it out twice!
But to be fair, I only really buy them because I'm a content creator. If I wasn't, I wouldn't buy them at all.
Yeah, that's true. There's really no need to buy them. It's 1, I want to max out my box. And then 2, for showcases for other stuff.
It's like I want to have pendants for when a new unit comes out, I can level it up and showcase, right?
Yeah.
But for new players, you really not new, but just regular, right? Just regular players that are not tied to having to level up every unit. Don't need to. But I still think that if they are going to do that, they either have to improve the packs as well, because even the whales are going to be like, what the fuck. and give more. They just need to give more because pendants are not farmable.
Yeah,
they just aren't. The only thing in the game is not farmable.
If like these other things like expeditions come through and give us better rewards, or any of these new game modes do, they'll kind of balance it out. But besides that, I think that pretty much covers everything. The highlights for me are, of course,
the ticket. For me,
the skip tickets. I just love Guild Wars. I've been waiting for Guild Wars since the beginning. That's why I've been trying to keep a competitive guild on global, and it's not going to come to global for a while. But either way, I just want Guild Wars so badly. The extra PvP stuff, I don't really care too much about. And like you said, the skip tickets, the expeditions, small things like that are not like new content, but like massive QOL
just
stuff.
Improve the game.
Yeah.
Every time there's a quality of life update, sometimes we forget how it used to be. But since I started playing the game just improved so much.
And there was already massive difference from when day 1 till you started. Like, oh my god.
Like I've heard that it used to cost 1,000 gold to change an SSR piece of equipment.
Yep. That's why I built SR gear. Because SR gear took no unequipped cost.
Like, and look at that guy in the corner. No announcement about switching gears between characters. You can't already do that.
Okay. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you for joining me, Nagato. If you guys already aren't following Nagato on his social medias, YouTube, Twitch. Yes, Twitch. Go follow Nagato on Twitch because he's going to be streaming soon. Make sure you do that. And of course, everything will be linked down below. GC database is always linked in my on my description. It'll be the website, and if you guys scroll down, you'll be able to get to the Twitter here. So that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. A little bit longer video, but it was always a fun discussion. Thank you, Nagato, for joining me.
Goodbye, Mystic.
Goodbye.
Bye.